So, Steve, everybody happy going into the Ipswich game?
No, I don't think so. Why would we be happy? I think we've got the sort of square jaw mindset. You know, we've got to prove something. We've got to get ourselves, moving.
The energy of the couple of loan signings, have they given a bit of energy?
Again, you hope so, until we actually play and perform and they make a contribution. You can't tell. I would think that, given their experience and their expertise, I would hope it would be a catalyst for a good performance.
And you mentioned the other day, it's probably as competitive for places now as it's ever been since you've been at Reading, has it?
Oh yeah, without doubt. I would certainly say that, and there's been an awful lot of sort of head scratching and just conversation now amongst the staff as regards team personnel and what have you for Saturday. So still some thinking to be done.
Does it make it tricky for you in a way? Because naturally, when it's competitive, there'll be people who are disappointed not to be in it, and maybe more now.
Well, it does, but I think by and large the health of the squad is such that I think the mental health there, not physical health, they all realise in a short space of time we've got a large number of games, and it's for the benefit of everybody that we're successful and finish on a high rather than just sort of peter out. So I think they're respectful that I've got to just try and choose what I think is the right 11.
You've had a better season than Ipswich, but lost at Portman Road. Is that of any relevance at all, do you think, going into Saturday?
No, I don't think so. If anything, we have more respect for them. Jim Magilton is a manager who has a style about him, and that's expressed in the way his teams play. They're a footballing team, if you like, and they've had some very, very good results, including the one on Tuesday against Wolves at Wolves, a game they could easily have won.
You'd rather this wasn't the case, but it's all set up for a grandstand finish, isn't it? It's going to be tight whatever happens, and for a neutral that's got to be great.
Yeah, well, you can enjoy it then.
It is good though, isn't it, for football, having that sort of tight look to the top of the Championship?
I'm not neutral, obviously. I see things blue and white spectacles. I want us to be winning games. I want us to be picking up points. I'm not concerned about what's going to happen in 2 weeks, 2 months' time. I'm concerned about what happens on Saturday, and my concentration is trying to get the right blend and the right approach for that particular game.
Thanks, Steve.
It's a big game for Ipswich as well, isn't it? Because they're not out of the playoff picture, right?
No, with the number of games left, I still maintain it's there for somebody to grab hold of, and there seem to be more and more teams who are putting themselves in the mix because the top sides can't pull away.
How are you for injuries? Is Jimmy Coppell available?
He won't train today. He may be okay tomorrow, so that's a question mark. And Cisse as well has got a sore foot, but I think other than that, everyone's all right.
Would Glenn be all right to start again, bearing in mind that was his first game? Boxing Day.
Well, again, we'll find out today. I think he's not complaining about anything other than just being, he hasn't played much football in 2.5 years, so. I think he showed qualities on Tuesday in possession of the ball. So we're mindful of sort of making sure we don't run him into the ground and lose him at any stage. We're fully aware of his physicality.
And kits be available and included in the squad.
Yeah. Well, he's come to do a job. And he'll be physically fit because Stoke, train hard, and mentally he's raring to go. So again, it's just getting the right blend of the team and the way they gel together. Easy after the event, but more difficult before the event.
Do you think you will make changes from the team that start against?
Yeah, I would think so.
Because of the performance and the result?
Just again, a number of games in a short space of time. Some players have played almost every minute of every game, and it might just be time for them to have a step back, and got loads of fresh legs raring to go. So I've said many times, I think I've got two teams of equal ability. Now could be the test.
Kids have just been saying how he regretted going to Stoke, how he wished he'd stayed here. It's quite a big thing to say, isn't it? Own up like that.
Oh, Kit says big things.
Is it good to have him back?
Interesting.
You think so, anyway. I know that. You just come on, David. He's forthright in the things he says. I think at the moment, given the experience he's had this year, he'd probably be better off saying nothing and letting his football do all the talking. Because he made his reputation on his football, and now it's time for him to get back to basics and just let the football be as eloquent as he can be on occasion.
Did you think at the time you should have stayed here? Did you tell him that, or was he just gone?
He was just adamant. He was adamant, very, very early that he wanted to leave. He wanted to try something else, and I think when you go through a relegation, as we found, there were players who wanted to leave, there were players who wouldn't have minded leaving, and there were very few players who wanted to stay. And that's a hard thing for a manager to try and deal with, and we did deal with it. We stuttered early in the season. I think that was purely as a result of the transfer window and a lot of players being uncertain as to the futures at that stage.